Hey everybody, it's Dr. Barnes, and I'm going to go over your Sustainable Action Workshop syllabus. This is for Bellarmine University Summer Class 2017. So I'm just going to start at the top of the syllabus and scroll down. I hope that works for you. You see that the class meets on Wednesdays, 9 to 11. We're not going to meet the first Wednesday of the class, which is July 7th. We're not going to meet the second Wednesday of the class, which is July 12th. But we will meet for the other Wednesdays from 9 to 11 in the Brown Center, which is the communication school, and that's room 217. So I'll look forward to seeing you there. Beginning on, let's see, the 19th, Wednesday, July 19th. See you there, unless you contact me first, and then maybe you can find some other way to satisfy that. On the 12th, we will have an online meeting. Okay, that online meeting will happen probably via GoToMeeting. I will send out a reminder to everyone and instructions for how to log into GoToMeeting and all that business. It will cost you nothing to do that. You might have to download some software to your computer, but you can delete it as soon as this thing's finished. Anyway, other than that, there are no face-to-face meetings, but I do expect to see you there. And there is an attendance policy I'll go over in just a little bit. You can contact me always. My phone number, 502-338-1338. Okay? Feel free to send me a text message. Feel free to call me, bbarnes@bellarmine.edu. You should be able to get a hold of me those ways. When you contact me, please let me know that you are in the Bellarmine Sustainable Action Workshop class, since I'm teaching the same class online elsewhere at the same time. So this class, it combines a bunch of different media. The idea in this class is that you will create your own sustainability definition. Could I provide you with a bunch of sustainability definitions? Sure. I want you to create your own. Your seniors, you should be able to do this work. You've already had a bunch of work in theory and in research, and so this should be something that you should be able to do with your skills from this private university, I think. And so you're going to start off using my media list, which is at the end of the syllabus. I do expect that you're going to watch all that media. I expect that you're going to be entertained by a lot of it. That's why I chose those particular pieces of media. Some of it's a little bit dry, but I hope that the cool ones make up for it. There's a lot of different sustainability stuff there. I am starting off with one sustainability definition for all of us, and that is the people, planet, profit. Sustainability, right? You often see three circles of sustainability. They're often arranged in a Venn diagram fashion, sort of three overlapping circles, and we try to hit the spot where all three of them overlap, right there in the middle, and that is the place where sustainability is being created, I suppose, or engendered, or perpetuated in the economic, the social, and the environmental spheres. And that's what we want, right? We want to get it in all the spheres, but that's not always very easy to do, especially right out of the box. So anyway, this is a place to start, but it's not the place to end. You should use these ideas of environmental, social, and economic sustainability as they're often called the three pillars of sustainability out in the sustainability community. You should use that as a starting point to develop your discipline-specific, perhaps, definition of sustainability. I'm not going to micromanage that too much, but I will give you feedback on the various assignments that you're going to create around that definition. So that's the idea. I also need you to do some work out in the community, and since it's Bellarmine Senior IDC, we hit Catholic social teaching relatively hard, and I need you to learn the Catholic social teaching. I have links here on the syllabus, 2 links from the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, and 1 from the Jesuit Research Institute. Let me just start off by saying I don't care if you're Catholic. I don't care if you care about the Catholic social teaching. From my point of view as a philosopher, this is an applied ethics system. Okay, there is a lot that has to do with ethics, You've had ethics classes. It's a requirement if you're going to graduate from Bellarmine that you had an ethics class at some point in the philosophy department. I hope that that happened for you. At any rate, you should understand what ethics are, that is the study of what's good and bad and right and wrong. It's different from the law. It's different from professional standards. There are different ways we can think about what's right and wrong, and boy, people do it all over the world all the time. Anyway, I need you to research and get a handle on these principles of Catholic social teaching. You don't have to be an expert in them, but you have to be able to use it to interpret situations. That's what I mean by applied ethics. You should use the preferential option for the poor, the idea of solidarity, the idea of the call to community, the dignity of human persons, and other ideas from the Catholic social teaching. You should use those as a lens through which to interpret your work. Again, I don't care if you agree with them or not, and I don't care if you're religious or not. Okay? What I care about is that you're able to use this theoretical material to interpret things. That's what I'm after, accurately, right? You should be able to do that. So contact me with questions if you're concerned about the Catholic social teaching. Certainly, when we are together in class at our face-to-face meetings, I will review and discuss the Catholic social teaching among other topics, and that's on the syllabus. So at our first face-to-face meeting, please have already looked through the 3 links that I provided about the Catholic social teaching, and feel free to pursue other links on those 2 websites, because there's a lot of interesting information there about the historical and contemporary use of the Catholic social teaching in the church, in the Catholic Church, and elsewhere. And so that's, I don't know, some of it's pretty interesting, frankly, even if you're not religious, okay? Again, you don't have to be religious to work with this system. There's a lot to be admired about the system, even if you don't agree with the metaphysics of it, okay? So, check that out. We have 4 objectives for the course, my objectives, not Bellarmine's objectives. Bellarmine's educational objectives are on this syllabus. They're called learning outcomes for this course, and the assignments that demonstrate them, you should look through that. I guess mostly education majors are going to be interested in that stuff. But, the rest of us should check it out just so you know, again, where I'm coming from. After all, that's the point of these videos, to figure out where I'm coming from. And so you should take a look at my objectives. Research and develop a definition of sustainability that you could use in your academic work and life. That's number 1. Number 2, explore a sample of important sustainability literature and media. Mostly that's my stuff, but I do ask you to come up with a couple of pieces on your own, and I'll talk about those when I get to the assignments. Become connected with some aspect of sustainability activism around Metro Louisville. You have to go out and make an informal video. And maybe do some other stuff around town. So we'll talk about that. If you're not in Louisville when you're taking this class or making the video, do it from wherever. There's sustainability stuff all over once you learn what it is that you're looking for, right? You want to develop a research project that deeply connects sustainability with your own discipline. Your own discipline, as far as I'm concerned, is whatever your major is. If you have some other interests, you can do that. You don't want to do your major? That's okay with me. But you have to have some disciplinary anchor that you use, all right? And usually we know the most about our majors as undergraduates in terms of discipline. Demonstrate that you can connect sustainability concerns with the Catholic social teaching as a matter of applied ethics. I mean, just rewind the video and you'll see what I have to say about that. Okay, late work. If your work is late, contact me. Let me know it's going to be late. Please don't just blow me off, because then I start taking off points, okay? If you do not attend our class meetings, also, you will lose 5 points from your final score out of 150 possible points for each unexcused absence. So if you're going to miss one of our face-to-face meetings, please contact me directly, okay? Because otherwise I'm going to take off those points, and then it becomes less likely that you will earn an A in the course, which certainly all of you are capable of doing, okay? Let's see, if you're representing Bellarmine in something and you can't come to class, you have paperwork, so let me know about that. Grading scale is the same as what's on Moodle. I expect you to demonstrate academic honesty. Please do your own work. Please don't copy work from the internet. I have all kinds of methods for discovering you, and I'll use them. And if you fail, or if you end up doing something that's academically dishonest, I'll fail you for the assignment first, and if it keeps happening, I'll fail you for the course. There is a link to Bellarmine's undergraduate academic honesty policy, and you should check it out if you're unfamiliar with it, although I guess as seniors, you probably know about it. So we're going to follow that same protocol, even though it's an online class. If you need if you have problems writing papers, you need help. Man, what's wrong with my language right now? I'm going to keep driving forward with the video, though. If you need help, please contact the Student Success Center. There is a link there. There's a phone number. Please contact those folks, and they can help you out with writing papers or doing research or whatever it is that you need. If you have a disability, you have paperwork, and the people in the Student Success Center can send me paperwork directly so that you can get special consideration. So if you need that, please let me know. Let's see. Let's get into the assignments. Okay, so I'm looking this week, Friday, that's tomorrow, for your sustainability background and goals. Whatever you've ever done that has to do with sustainability in your mind. Maybe it's not a lot. That's okay if it's not a lot. If you've never thought very much about sustainability and you're here to learn it, I'm down with that too. But if you've done some stuff and you're interested in some stuff, maybe write that down and send it to me in an email. What are some of your goals? What are some of your interests? That kind of thing. Preliminary sustainability definition, it's essentially a draft. I'm going to ask for it. I'm going to give you feedback. There are some requirements here about how that gets done, and you should look at those in the syllabus and contact me if you have any questions. You'll also have to produce a final sustainability definition. That's worth 3 times as many points as the background and goals document, and 50% again as much as the preliminary sustainability definition. So please take it seriously. It's worth a lot of points for the course. You have 4 discussion board posts. I'll let you know what those are when the time comes. You don't need to worry about it. Those will be weekly until we get through 4 of them. Sustainability research question and preliminary bibliography. This is not an annotated bibliography, okay, although there is one of those also. You should send me this research question and preliminary bibliography for the research project that you want to do in the class, the major research project, which can be anything, but it has to be, your research project has to be supported by your annotated bibliography and by your sustainability definition. You have to use both of those in your research project. Okay, so I don't care if it's a paper. If you can do something else that conveys your knowledge of sustainability while being true to your sustainability definition and using at least 12 relevant sources, some of which can be from my list and some of which can be from outside, that's fine. Just pitch me on what you think your project is. The best time to tell me what you think you want to do that might not be a paper is when you send me the sustainability research question over email. The research project, like I said, you can kind of do anything, but you also have to tie in the Catholic social teaching. That's where it gets tied in. You have to use it explicitly. It cannot be just sort of thrown in there in a kind of random or ambiguous way. It needs to be explicit and in its use, which means you need to talk about the Catholic social teaching in your paper or in your project, such that I can understand that you understand it and you understand how to apply it. As an applied ethics matter. Finally, you need to do an informal video of sustainability, right? And I expect that to be you going out to some sustainability site and doing some work. Maybe you sign up for a work day at the University of Louisville. You can get information about their work days, which are going on right now all summer for various gardens and sustainability projects at U of L, louisville.edu/sustainability, and look for the events page. And you can go record one of those events and send it to me. I only need a 5 to 6 minute video. 5 to 6 minute video, but you have to talk about your sustainability definition in the video. You should relate whatever's going on to that, and you should be doing something there. You shouldn't just be an observer. Unless it's only something to be observed. If it's a work session, go work and film yourself working and then talk about it. It can be very informal. You can use your phones to film, no problem with me. You can do editing if you want. If you want to try to shoot it all in one shot, like I'm doing here, I'm not editing anything, perfectly cool with me. I'm not interested in the quality of your video as long as I can understand the content. this isn't a communication through video class, even though that's part of our assignment. Okay, the syllabus lists when the various assignments are due by capital letter. The capital letters in parentheses refer to the capital letters in the graded assignments page. The points for each of those are on the graded assignments page. Please look through that and ask me if you have any questions. The days when they are due are on the syllabus, and they're always due by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please don't neglect our face-to-face meetings. There will be 3 of those, and 1 of them will be online. So 4 meetings total, 4 meetings total. 1 of them's online, 3 of them are face-to-face in the Brown Center, 217. You're going to have to read this book by Masanobu Fukuoka, one of the fathers of sustainable agriculture, a Japanese scholar and researcher in sustainable agriculture from the 20th century. He's written a book called One Straw Revolution. There's a link to that in our media, and everybody needs to review that as part of the discussion board post G. And you also need to review one other sustainability text in that post, which means that you need to clear that sustainability text with me over email before you start reading it. Super simple. Just pick a book. You can buy it. You can find it online. Go to the library. Borrow it from a buddy. From another course you've taken if sustainability related. I'm cool with just about anything that is explicitly sustainability related. And so you can pick that book, and then you need to clear it with me, and then you can review it as part of your discussion post along with the One Straw Revolution. Beyond that, the video is 5 to 7 minutes. I misspoke, not 5 to 6. So you have 5 to 7 minutes. You must be in the film in some way, not an Alfred Hitchcock way where he's somewhere in the background, he walks through the crowd. I don't care about that. Like what I'm doing here. Put yourself out there. Okay? If you don't like your face in it, hell, wear a mask. Use a filter. I'm not worried about that, but you need to be in it. I need to know it's you. Okay? So please make that happen in the film. Yeah, other than that, lots of links, lots of TED Talks, lots of contemporary research, lots of websites that are local and international. Please find your interest. Okay, so I've reviewed the syllabus now. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I've also put out some critical thinking standards on the syllabus that you need to be attentive to. Foundation for critical thinking is where that's at. You need to check out intellectual standards. Intellectual standards are clarity, accuracy, precision, depth, breadth, relevance, logicalness, significance, and fairness. These are the intellectual standards. You can find more information about those at the Foundation for Critical Thinking's website. If you can't find that, you should reach out to me, but you are responsible in all of your coursework for the work being clear, accurate, precise to the level of detail that's needed for this work. Deep, broad, relevant, if I didn't already say that, logical, significant as opposed to trivial. You shouldn't be doing trivial research here. You should be doing stuff that's significant for your life and for your major. And then you should be treating all the material fairly, which means you should represent the material the way it would represent itself. If you don't agree with it, represent it the way it represents itself, and then you can burn it to the ground. But don't set up some kind of a straw man and then destroy that and act like you treated the material fairly. You didn't. Okay? So any questions, please reach out to me. I'm sorry this has been kind of long, but I hope it's helpful. If we were in class, I would have gone on a lot longer. So have a good day, folks. Look forward to working with you.